Okay, let's dive right into this explainer and ask a pretty crucial question. What money-saving and potentially life-saving secrets is your everyday vehicle hiding right there in plain sight? You might think you know your car inside and out, but automotive engineers have actually been quietly packing our vehicles with these incredible hidden features that honestly, most of us completely ignore.
Welcome to today's explainer, where we're going to transform you into an automotive insider. We're decoding the secret palette, the hidden mechanics, and the surprisingly futuristic tech built right into your car. And look, whether you're driving a brand new luxury sedan or a trusted commuter from 10 years ago, I guarantee there's something on your dashboard or under your hood that you haven't been utilizing to its full potential.
We've structured this explainer into 4 distinct parts. We'll start with everyday money-saving hacks, then move to hidden convenience features, emergency lifesaver tools, and finally, high-tech safety systems.
So let's jump straight into section 1, money-saving daily hacks. Basically, how to stop throwing money out the window. $3,000. That is the potential cost of a massive injector repair, just from dirt entering your fuel system. You see, letting your fuel cap dangle and bang against your car doesn't just scratch the paint. It literally drags contaminants right into your fuel pump, which can lead to complete engine failure over time. That is exactly why 95% of cars have a hidden hook or a little notch right there on the fuel door to hold it safely. But somehow, a shocking 95% of drivers never use it. Taking 2 seconds to hook that cap, it's literally free preventative maintenance.
Now pop your hood and you'll notice it's not just a random assortment of colors in there. Manufacturers use a visual color coding system to show you exactly what you can top off yourself, saving you from paying a mechanic a $50 fee just to pour a liquid. Bright colors like yellow for oil, blue for coolant or washer fluid, and red for transmission fluid, those mean it's totally safe for a do-it-yourself top-off. But if a cap is a boring black or gray, well, that's the manufacturer's polite way of saying, leave this to the experts. Following this little color guide protects your engine from well-intentioned but potentially disastrous mistakes.
Okay, this next one is really fascinating. The recirculation button isn't just for blocking out terrible smells from diesel trucks or dusty farm roads. It's actually like a personal air quality guardian. By stopping the intake of hot, polluted outside air and reusing the already chilled air inside the cabin, it boosts your AC efficiency by up to 20% in extreme heat. So your car cools down way faster, puts a lot less strain on the internal system, and extends the life of your cabin air filter, since it doesn't have to work overtime trapping external pollutants. It literally saves you money on filter replacements and overall wear and tear.
Have you ever done that really awkward U-turn at the gas station or tried to stretch the hose across your trunk like a contortionist? Yeah, we've all been there. But about 50% of drivers still don't realize that there's a tiny dashboard arrow right next to the gas pump icon. This incredibly thoughtful design element has actually been standard since the early 1990s. A quick glance completely eliminates the guessing game. It is an absolute lifesaver, especially when you're driving a rental car or borrowing a friend's vehicle.
So studies show 90% of drivers underinflate their tires. That destroys your fuel efficiency and causes premature tire wear. But models from Nissan, GMC, and Jeep have completely eliminated the need for those confusing little tire gauges. It's called the Easy Fill Tire Alert. You just leave the ignition on and start pumping air. The exterior lights will flash to show the system is active. And get this, the car will actually honk at you to guide you to the perfect tire pressure. If you overinflate, it honks again and flashes the hazard lights. It's kind of like having a personal pit crew built directly into your dashboard.
Moving right along to section 2, hidden convenience and comfort. Time to unlock your car's secret potential. Okay, you might look a little strange doing this one, but it is pure science. Because 85% of your brain is water, it acts as a highly effective electromagnetic conductor. So by simply holding your key fob right up to your head, you are turning your skull into a literal antenna. This takes your standard 30-foot signal range and blasts it out to over 85 feet. Seriously. The next time you're wandering around a massive mall parking lot, clicking your fob in desperation, remember this brain hack. The dealership definitely didn't tell you about it, but it works flawlessly.
A car interior can reach 170 degrees in a matter of minutes on a sunny day. Getting into a vehicle that hot is completely miserable, especially if you have young kids. But there's a trick to safely vent the inferno before your family even gets in. If you take the hidden mechanical key that pops out of your fob, insert it into the door, turn to unlock, and hold it, all the windows roll down simultaneously. And on a lot of modern cars, you can do this entirely remotely, just by pressing and holding the unlock button on the fob itself. For the parents out there, dropping the sunglass holder often reveals a hidden conversation mirror. This convex piece of glass is pure genius. It lets you catch backseat bandits in the act without having to perform dangerous yoga poses while you're driving at highway speeds. You no longer have to guess if your toddler is sleeping peacefully or drawing on the upholstery. Just one quick glance gives you a panoramic view of the entire rear cabin, which keeps your eyes safely pointed forward where they belong. Let's move to Section 3, Emergency Lifesaver Tools, Getting Out of Dangerous Situations. Picture this. Your battery dies dead in the middle of a busy intersection. Traffic is backing up, tempers are flaring, and because your car has an electronic transmission lock, you can't even shift into neutral to push it out of the way. But if you pop off that little plastic cover next to your shifter with a key and press the hidden button underneath, you physically bypass the lock. This allows you to force the transmission into neutral and push the car to safety. Knowing where this is could literally save you from a severe accident, not to mention a very expensive towing bill. Finally, let's dive into Section 4, High-Tech Safety Systems. We're looking at the futuristic tech that is actively protecting you. Have you ever noticed a little glowing snowflake on your instrument cluster and assumed it was just, seasonal decoration? Well, it's not. The snowflake icon on your dash is actually a highly sophisticated temperature sensor, alerting you to icy road conditions that are responsible for a staggering 156,000 crashes annually. In newer models, this warning will actually elevate from yellow to a flashing red when temperatures hit critical freezing points. And the absolute most advanced systems, they're actually networking this data with other cars on the road to map out black ice patches miles before you even reach them. Now, if your dashboard flashes a little coffee cup, it is not a joke, and it's not just a gentle suggestion for a pit stop. Internal cameras and steering sensors are actively tracking your blink rate. They're noticing if your eyelids are drooping and feeling your grip on the wheel slipping. The car is intervening to prevent one of the 100,000 drowsy driving crashes and over 1,000 tragic deaths that happen every single year. Subaru even uses an eye icon with rapid beeping. When your car tells you it's time for a break, it is quite literally trying to save your life. Believe it or not, military-grade night vision is now entering everyday cars to combat the dangers of night driving. Active systems project infrared light, which is totally invisible to the human eye, to light up the road up to 600 feet ahead right on your dashboard display. But passive systems, they are even more mind-blowing. They don't even need light. They just read the thermal heat signatures of pedestrians or deer up to 1,000 feet away. Because it relies purely on heat, passive night vision sees straight through heavy fog, blinding rain, and visual barriers that normal headlights would simply bounce right off of. We've explored everything from brain hack range boosters to literal thermal imaging in this explainer, peeling back the layers of brilliant engineering right in front of you. Take a moment this week to truly explore your vehicle. It's likely hiding a few superpowers of its own. But it really begs the question, as cars become smarter, more connected, and highly autonomous, what secrets will they be keeping from us next? Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and keep learning.